theologically they call it your homiletics of how, because for theology purposes they have to teach the preacher how to preach. So he has to take the narrative and make it in a way where the people can understand it. So they call it homiletics. So now Daniel says, you know what? I don't want to go to eat. I'll go over there to see what the king wants, but I'm not eating. And the person who came and told him the message, they call him a eunuch. He said, well, please don't send me back with that message for the king to tell him that you don't want to come and eat his food, because he gonna kill me and you, right? So he said, listen, just grant me a reprieve. I'm going to eat pulse. In the English translation says pulse and drink water for 10 days. Look at me, and then now look at the children of the king and the food that they eat, and then you see why I don't want to eat that, right? After the 10 days, they come back. He says, yo, surely you're right. The eunuch goes back to the king. This dude, Daniel, is the truth. What he said about the king's food is for real. So now, the story is all about Nebuchadnezzar needing a dream interpreter. All we got really is this like a bunch of different bits and pieces from other narratives. Because you had in Chaldea, you had the god Nebo. You see him usually with his hands in almost like an impossible posture like this. But Nebo was a guardian of dreams. Why in the Matrix, the movie Matrix, the ship that they were on is called the Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? So now, the Nebuchadnezzar, whatever, became the King Nebuchadnezzar, who needs a dream interpreter because he can't interpret his own dreams. So when you see kings, when they speak about kings, they're speaking about, the word is Melech. It's always going to be in it. Melech is the same root as Malkut, a kingdom. So when they speak about the king, they're speaking about this world, right? The people who set themselves up as the monarchy, right, in this world, have been given the ability to do so by those from a higher place, right? A higher place. So they give it to them and made them slaves as the monarchy. So whenever a king has to ask a native, he's asking someone from the Chaldeans. King Nebuchadnezzar is going out of his court, right? Which is Babel, which is Iraq, to get somebody from Kush, Africa, to teach him. Well, come on, it's clear. They're telling us that you taught the world everything. Just don't throw away the Bible. Get your English translation, interface with one another. Do your own study. You know what I'm saying? Then we could create an astral realm where our truths are validated. Then the whole world revolves around us. The revolution is going to be like a brush fire. It's not going to be, everybody ain't going to get up at the same time. It starts like right here. It don't even start right here. It starts with the individual. You know what I'm saying? Basically how you feel. So now, Nebuchadnezzar sequesters the help of a Chaldean, a Cushite, to teach him how to interpret his dream. So now he comes and tells him, he says, this is the dream. I got a being, this is one of the dreams. There's a being in the dream, an image, a Zelim, golden head, silver arms, bronze belly, iron feet, right? Yesterday we discussed how you need copper, right, to metabolize your blood, the iron. So what we have here is, in the image of Nebuchadnezzar, we have an alchemical natural order of worlds. Now, those who study Kabbalah, who've been studying the worlds, those four, they just showed you the tree. It's merely showing you the tree, the four elements, because each element resides on one of the four worlds of the Kabbalistic tree of life. So let's focus on the part where it speaks about the belly. The belly is bronze. The belly is bronze, right? What's your belly? Where your food sits, right? Even though the digestion starts when you chew, culminates into this area. But Kabbalistically, the bronze represents the astral realm. See, no food in the belly, more access to the dream world. See? No wonder Nebuchadnezzar couldn't figure out the dream. He had a belly full of food.
That's why fasting is so...
That's why when you go to sleep, right? And Islamically, we used to fast with lunar cycles to stay with a cyclical thing instead of fasting every day on the so-and-so, because you don't know where you're at in time and space with that calendar. So now, how could you have a dream and a good dream and your stomach full of chicken and shit? So now here it is, when people eat a lot before they go to sleep, they always get the nightmares. Know what I'm saying? Because all mass attracts to it energies which coalesce with its composition. So you ain't gonna do nothing but attract, like how shit attracts flies, right? Kind of like the same principle spiritually. So when you're in a dream world, you're always in a dream world. Let me clarify that. You are always dreaming. Your body, however, rests. When your body rests, the dream world now is the real world. What they call it, REMs, rapid eye movement, evidence that you are in a world where you are really qualifying the existence of it, because you can even come out of dreams and be like, God damn, somebody slapped the shit out of me in a dream, and you feel it, and you be like, yo, I don't want to have that dream again. You know what I'm saying? It shows you it's very real, you know? So now, the bronze belly, whenever you dealing with anything electrical, you need copper, which is bronze. And in the Hebrew, the same word for copper is the same word for the serpent, for snake. And then when we get to the wilderness, what did Musa do? Or Moshe do? What did water, fire, and breath do? Because that's all Moses is. Moses represents water, where he came from, out the manger, right? Tried by fire, right? And then the breath is how he split the Red Sea. They call it the Ruach HaKodesh. The Red Sea is your blood. So when the Ruach HaKodesh, the word Ruach means spirit, the Ruach resides in the bronze area of the tree. Let me show y'all something. Pause that for me 1 second. Just press the red button. Just pause it. I'm going to go get the board and show y'all. Just press the red button. Just the red one right there in the back. Right there.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, beloved. So now, illustrate the tree. Very important that we learn about the bronze belly, because the bronze belly is here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see for the TV land. Okay, so you can see a little bit. But this is where the bronze belly is at. The bronze belly is right here. These 6 Sephiroth. Right? These 6 Sephiroth encompass and represent your psychic mind. Right? They are the crystallized culmination of the 3 supernals. Right? The 3 supernals descended, through the lens of Dod, right? Which equals, goddamn, 474, right? Right? Let me show you how Asar came into being. Asar is up here. Ein,